So listen, in today's video, I want to teach you how to escape the friend zone if you're currently in the friend zone. And number two, I'm going to help you from saving yourself from being in this position in the future if you're not currently in it right now. So let me get to it and not waste your time. So now the first thing that you need to do right now is to confess, right? And I know this sounds daunting. This is obviously daunting to escape the friend zone. You should actually um should actually confess. And here's why you actually need to do it. Number one, it frees your mind. Like knowing that you actually took the shot is better than second guessing on how I could have went if I actually approached. So you're giving yourself peace of mind by knowing that I went there, I went to approach, and I took the shot, and this is how it laid out. You have the clarity on how it gets laid out. Because trust me, I've been in the friend zone too, and there are instances where I never even confessed. And it always turns into a regret. Sure, if you prefer getting that sobering feeling of regret, then sure, do it. Then just don't do so. Just don't go and unfriend this girl. But let me tell you one thing. I want to teach you a method on how you could actually confront the girl in a way that's less likely for her to reject you. That's actually less awkward for you. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end. And number two, you build self-respect, confidence, and character. The more you do courageous things such as confessing to your crutch, the more you build confidence. The more confidence, natural confidence that you're gonna build in yourself, and the more respect you're gonna have for yourself, and overall your self-esteem will boost and your life quality as a man, right? As a man, you want to do hard things that actually challenge you and conquer them, and when you do that, you become a brand new person. It's this other level of confidence and charisma, or whatever you guys call it, aura, right? These days. But anyway, the last thing is that you create possibility. You create possibility on, okay, so you never know until you try, bro. You never know until you actually take your shot. Take your shot in order to find out. Maybe the girl even likes you. But either way, I still reckon that you should actually do it, whether you know the girl doesn't like you, whether you know that the girl likes you. Because either way, when you face rejection, rejection teaches you how to face disappointment maturely, right? It changes you as long as you approach this in a way that, okay, I'm gonna handle this disappointment or rejection in a mature way. Sure, go for it, go for it. And the other thing that you should keep in mind when you're actually about to confess your crush is that don't always expect her to agree, right? Also expect rejection in order to ease off the disappointment and ease off the pain of her rejecting you, because it actually helps a bit to emotionally detach yourself so that you could save yourself from the pain and all that. Here's the solution now on how you should actually confess to the girl. The solution that will 99% work, right? If this doesn't work, then you implied it wrong. Wait, let me just grab it right here right now. I've written down on the paper. So what's the system called? It's called the progressive confession, right? You could already hear the name as I mean, you could already get the idea of the whole concept of progressive confession by hearing the name, right? So what is progressive confession? It's actually easing off the confession rather than dropping it off like a bomb, right? Because most of the time y'all get rejected when you confess because you said it you didn't say the natural vibe, right? There was no natural vibe. You just jumped from being a friend to being yeah, an intimate partner, right? She'd obviously be like, what? I didn't expect this. You'd catch you by surprise and most likely she'll reject you. Of course, it depends on the level of how she's actually attracted to you. So if the more she's attracted to you, the more she'd likely agree, even if you just drop the whole bomb on her by telling her that you like her all of a sudden, right? But by doing this method, let me tell you, this is how I'll do it, right? Build confidence first. I mean, build connection first. Talk, joke, share things more, let her go, let her get to know you better and get to know you deeper. Like know her personalities, values, humor, and all these stuff, right? So in overall, it's just building comfort and familiarity. I'm not sure if I pronounced it well correctly, but anyway, I'm just gonna lay it down in the screen over there. Build familiarity with the girl and comfort if she's comfortable with you. And most you guys stay stuck in this process. As a friend, for sure, you might have done that, right? But so let's move on to step number two of progressive confession. Drop in and see how she responds. Like compliments, playful teasing, small flirting moments. Hence that actually test the water, right? Here you approach this tactic with the mindset that all right, I'm testing the water, how she actually responds, by showing this coverted and direct hints that I actually like you. Like flirtation, teasing, you know, all these things. He's just testing the water and seeing how she reacts, right? And this is where step number three actually comes from. Escalate from the green flags she's giving. So sure, as I said right now, you testing the waters. You actually testing the waters. You're testing on how she responded to you. She responded to your flirtation, teasing, political touch, and all that. So now, if she sets a green light that hey, I like you back, I'm actually attracted to you, and all the stuff. Like she texts more, she asks about you more, she shows attraction back. Then now it's time to escalate it. Escalate it from that on, from that point on. You don't want to just stay in that zone forever. And then the last thing or the last step rather on progressive confession is confess when the vibe is natural. That's it. So you already set the natural vibe, basically. You already set the natural vibe, and now it's time to confess when the vibe is natural. The vibe is now natural, and then everything is set. Now it won't even be scary or daunting or even awkward for her when you confessing. Because trust me, when you just confessed, and when you just confess from a friend point, it'll actually be like a bomb, it'll actually be so heavy for her and so awkward and so, oh, like I didn't expect you to say this and all that. She'd actually also be embarrassed. But this depends on the level of how she likes you. If she likes you a lot, right, she'd actually obviously accept you. But then, they're less likely, or just depending on some situations. Some girls, even if they like you as much, it'd be like a huge turn off when you just confess to them like that. And, and it actually shows that you've been a coward all this time. You've been a coward, you haven't been a man, or that you just turned off. But girls are different, they're different type of girls and stuff. You start the natural vibe, now it's time for confession. So moving on, when you actually the type of guy who've experienced friend zone before and are likely to experience it in the future, right? This is how you avoid it. Stop being a friend with a girl that you actually like or attracted to. In general, have less female friends. I mean, sure, having female friends is like it's not bad to have female friends, but usually for me it's a personal thing. I don't usually have female friends, but I don't become friends with females. If I become, let's say, a friend with a female, they know that I'm not the type of guy who just let it off. I'm a really intimate guy. They know that I'm just gonna flirt with them, I'm gonna tease with them. It's gonna get romantic. Some way, somehow, it's gonna get romantic. I'm that type of guy. I cannot become friends with a full lot. And feel like it should be the same for you. It should be the same for you, right? Most likely, you become friends with a female because you think you'd get her. No, no, no. You think you'd really get her when you become friends with a female. I've met lots and tons of guys which actually are friends with hot chicks, and they think that, oh, they call her, oh, she's mine. No, 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 she's not yours. The chick is not yours. She's just your friend, and she even considers you as a friend. There's some dude even out there which is much more romantic and much more intimate, right? That she'll consider him as a romantic option. Which you just talk and then just share deep things. That's it. You just keep it general. Nah, you just keep it general and think she's your friend. She's your girl. She's not your girl. She's someone else's, or even if she's not yet someone else's. You're setting things hard for yourself. Do not do that. When you like a girl, tell her straight, tell her straight up. You can even use the progressive system that I said, right? Download a PDF for a detailed and tailored guide, right? It's completely free. I'm not charging you for this, right? Just download it. Pause this video right now and just go download it because it will save you how to confess to a girl easily, right? By not being so creepy and so awkward. You do it progressively. But in this PDF, it's more detailed. But moral, just do not become friends with a female that you're attracted to. Really do not. Even if you're not attracted to a female, I feel like as a guy, it'll make you softer and overall. Don't become close friends. Maybe acquaintances, right? Because notice there's a difference between a friend and an acquaintance. Acquaintance is like someone you just usually just know. You just know her. You know, friends with her. Friends is like much more closer. It's a much more closer relationship than an acquaintance. So usually if she's just an acquaintance, sure. I mean, just because they say don't become friends with girls does not mean that, okay, you have this neighbor, you have this next door neighbor, she's a girl, sure, you might not have feelings with her and stuff. You shouldn't greet her. No, no, no. You greet her, be mutual at all. They can just be your acquaintance. And then if over time you develop feelings for them, confess. Confess. Stop coward. Stop being a coward out and literally confess. Confess in using the system, because the way you confess has an impact in how the girl accepts you, right? Even if the girl, there's some instances where you confess to a girl and then she didn't like you, but the way you confessed, right? She accepts you, and then the love ends up developing. Because let me tell you something about love, right? From my own current perspective, and I do say this with conviction that I'm absolutely correct. Sometimes life is not usually just found in a person; it's usually developed, right? Some girls, they don't usually like you, like you, like they just developed the connection and or the overall love, right? When they knew you better, they now knew you intimately and all that. So do that, really do that. And another thing, stop being a friend material. What is a friend material? Basically, a friend material is actually usually a guy, the nice guys. The nice guys. Yeah, that's the perfect term. The nice guys. Don't be a nice guy to a girl. Really be or friendly, or if you don't flirt and all that. Especially if you're going to flirt, escalate, do yeah, just in general, do the things that I told you in the thing, in the progressive confession system, right? In the progressive confession guide, do the things over there. It'll help you when you trust me, especially when you called approaching a girl. I've called approached a girl, and then later on I just had just this general conversation where it led to me not even letting her know that I like her. Me not even letting her know that I like her and all that. Trust me, it's yeah, it's a painful position to be at. Imagine this: you become friends with a female. Then next thing you have a girlfriend. How would your girlfriend feel when you're close with this other girl? Imagine that, bruh. Trust me. There's a psychology fact that a man and a woman. It's impossible for a man and a woman to become friends. Why? Because it's natural. You usually have a connection with the opposite sex. It's really impossible. Unless maybe if you don't find her attractive, right? Unless if you don't find her attractive in some sort. But in most cases, bro, trust me, it's impossible to become friends with a female. Usually, you develop an intimate connection. You can become an acquaintance with the female, sure, but a close friend, trust me, there's feelings over there. And usually, I wouldn't allow my girl to guy friends, because I know I'm a guy. I know what the guy wants. As soon as the guy just drops the nice guy, friendly guy act, mm, it's over. He's getting my girl. Why? Because he built the connection and all that for me. The friend thingy.